You know, not long after IBM, not long after International Business IBM moved from 590 Madison Avenue to Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, I got a job there. Yeah, it was headquarters. They took care of mostly the payroll. It was the key punch days and the big mainframes with the wheels spinning and the lights, like the James Bond movie. Probably 4 rooms of 4 football fields worth of those computers would fit into an iPod today, you know. But that's the time it was, and I was sort of in charge of pretty much half of the 3rd floor. I was a janitor. I would like you for a minute to take note of what just happened there when I switched. Right, the status thing just went and it changed. That's a wonderful thing, because what happens is people can live up to one's expectations. They can rise to an audience, but you can also descend to people's expectations. And I wound up like this shuffling, kind of slow kind of guy, you know. And I'd go to the canteen for a cup of coffee, and they'd say, you know, would you like your coffee? No, it's true. I mean, I don't consider myself the sharpest knife on the Christmas tree. But I'm not dull. I've never been dull. Mieko? Anyway, that's it. So I was a janitor, and you know, and so as a janitor, what happens is you become dull, and you kind of do things. I've never been able to take a nap in my life, like a 30-minute nap in the middle of the day. I'm just not built for it. But when I was a janitor, I felt like I had to jip time. I had to find a place in the utility closet, lay down and take a nap. This is the type of thing that happens to you. Anyway, one day I was laying down I couldn't sleep. I was just kind of thinking, this is cool. This is what janitors do. It's either that or taking a floor count. And in comes Leroy, my boss. And he said, "You don't let the man catch you laying down like that on the job." And I said, "Okay, Leroy, you don't tell him and I won't tell him." And he said, "I is the man." So Leroy was my boss, and he was from somewhere in New Jersey. But one day at lunchtime, we sit on these benches and went to eat. There were 3 or 4 of us. There was an incredible jazz musician that was being a janitor. So we had conversations, and I said, "Leroy, what did you do this weekend?" He said, "Oh, I mugged a guy." What? You mugged a guy? He says, "Well, I was out drinking." I'll save the ebonics right now, you know. He says, "I was out drinking with some friends and I ran out of money, and you know, what do? You got to do what you got to do, you know." And I went around the corner and I mugged a guy. I said, "Oh, shit, you mugged? You actually did that? I'd rather work." And he looked at me like, "You stupid white boy." He said, "That's work." He says, "You go put a gun up in someone's ribs. That's work." He said, "That's work." And if you didn't understand my ebonics, he said, "Yeah, their face changes color and they look all scared like they're going to die. You know, that's work. That ain't easy to do that shit." He said. Yeah, so I had he taught me empathy and compassion for the mugger, the bank robber. Bank robbers don't have dinner the night before. They're scared, you know, muggers too. Little point of interest. I also learned that muggers will never, well, I shouldn't say never, never is never, but muggers will not attack someone who has a dog. It's not the size of the dog. It doesn't matter. You cannot intimidate a dog to shut up. And so even a little dog, so they'll stay away from that. Because he'd say, you know, you stand there and you're waiting for who's going to mug, and you kind of look at his face. Oh, no, he's too big, you know. Oh, shit, no, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, that was my boss, Leroy, and I think Jonathan's ready to come up. But Jonathan Levy emailed me today and said he would like to do a couple of songs, and it's just perfect timing, so would you come up and do some music? Jonathan Levy.